It has been a hot, stinking minute since we have talked about Boxycharm or Ipsy or any subscription boxes on this channel. I think it's been well over a year, maybe even 2 years or more since I've done any sort of monthly subscription box unboxing here. And I definitely have a lot of reasons for this, and I do want to talk about this with you guys today. I did actually ask you in the community section here of YouTube, I posted this asking if you guys still cared about unboxings, if you still, subscribe to Ipsy or Boxycharm. I actually was kind of surprised by the response. I was actually surprised that so many people are still actually interested in Boxycharm. I'm going to be honest with you. That really actually surprised me. For a moment, I really loved Ipsy. Ooh, I was on the Ipsy train. I was loving those boxes. I think at one point I was subscribed to all three. Their base, their premium, I don't know if they called it their premium, ultra, whatever, and then like their mega box or whatever. I was getting all three of them, plus I was getting Boxycharm. And honestly, it just got to be a bit much. And I know that there are people out there who subscribe to all of these boxes and they don't even create content. Like, they're not even reviewing it. I don't even know what these people are doing with the product. Now, if you don't buy a lot of makeup outside of Boxycharm or Ipsy or whatever, I can kind of see where this might be a little bit more logical for you. But I'm a makeup enthusiast, makeup guru, I say that loosely, influencer, whatever, and I buy a ton of makeup. So for me personally, I actually started to feel quite guilty about the waste. At one point, I had amassed like 2 or 3 grocery bags, like paper grocery bags full of product that I wasn't even using. Stuff that I had completely forgot about, stuff that I didn't like. And even the stuff that I did like or really enjoy, I just completely forgot about it. Now, again, that's different for me, like I said, because I am a content creator and I review a lot of product. But again, I still have to say that even for someone who doesn't do what I do, I don't see how you don't get overwhelmed by all of these products. I want to start with Boxycharm. One of the biggest mistakes that I think Boxycharm made was offering different subscription levels. I've scrolled through the Boxycharm Instagram page, and recently I will say their premium box has looked somewhat impressive. However, they have so many variations, and that segues me into the next point where I think that Boxycharm kind of got a little bit on the bad side of history, so to speak, when they started doing all of these variations. I think at one point, one level of the box, like for example, we'll say the base box, they would have over 50 to 100 different variations of a box. And you would see influencers reviewing this like Kathleen Lights, Manny MUA. You'd even see Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner talking about Boxycharm and showing what they got. And the average person as a whole wasn't really getting a lot of those products. Some people were, but most weren't. And I also don't like that they actually implemented choices. Now, hear me out with that one. I think that this was a mistake because, again, I think that this kind of messed up the whole algorithm. And it was disappointing, even if you were to go in right when you get the email notification, and some people didn't even get notifications to choose the 2 or 3 items that they wanted in that month's box. They would then miss out on it. But then even when you got to it, or by the time you got to the email, the products that you were wanting were gone. I wish they would have just stuck to the base box with a few different variations and left it at that. Now, I know that subscription boxes rely primarily on overstock. Let's be real. That is what is in these boxes. Boxycharm, Ipsy, TryBeauty box, even FabFitFun. What these companies do is they buy closeout bulk product, and they might only have so much of one product, therefore resulting in having to have different variations, choices, and all that kind of stuff. So I get it from a logistics standpoint, but I think it would have just been easier to either just straight up have variations of the box, leave it at the base box. What you see sometimes is that you're tempted to subscribe to the premium box, for example, with Boxycharm. Obviously, this is the goal. Sales and marketing, critical thinking, we can put 2 and 2 together here, that you see what's in the premium box, and you're like, it's only $10 extra a month. I think I'm going to go for that instead. Now, the kicker is, I think initially when you sign up for the premium box, correct me if I'm wrong, this is how it was when I was subscribing anyways, you had to be subscribed to the base box already before you could be a part of the premium box. And once you were with the premium box, then you could let go of your base subscription. Now, again, I don't know if that's 100% accurate still, but that is the way it used to be. There's also been the issues of people not getting shades that are wearable, shades that they can use. There's a myriad of issues, and I think that Boxycharm still has issues with shipping and customer service even to this day. That first Boxycharm video that I made, I posted, I think it was like towards the tail end of 2017, and even then I was hearing the same issues that I was having at the time. People weren't getting their boxes, or they'd get a tracking number, but then the box would never show up, things being delivered to wrong addresses, products being repeated, products being broken upon arrival, and people will comment on Instagram, they'll be sending email messages, and they either get a very canned, generic response from customer service, or they don't even get a response at all, or they're being told, hey, you know, you're going to get a repeat item, for example, in your box. We're going to give you a credit. You can shop the Boxycharm store. Well, then people will go use those credits and then nothing ever shows up. It's just messy to me. I know that every business has their issues. Nothing is perfect. And you have the panoramic coming into play here, but there was no panoramic in 2017 and even before that. So I don't know what their excuse was then. Now let's talk about Ipsy. Ipsy, I do have a better track record with. I do think the variation of products in Ipsy is a lot more solid, at least when I was subscribed to Ipsy. I don't know if it is still that way. I have heard through the grapevine that Ipsy has kind of taken a downward dip in their quality and customer service, and a lot of people are saying that this attributes to their merger with Boxycharm, or taking over Boxycharm, whatever you want to call it. I personally had a pretty good experience with Ipsy, but again, they're another brand that I wish would have just stayed with 1 or 2 subscription options. That's it. I think with Ipsy, that is kind of what worked for them. That is what their thing was. Their base bag, box, whatever you want to call it, came with bags that were reusable, like little makeup bags, which is fantastic. Different themes every month, super cute. But I liked that it was more trial size and you would get full size options as well. It was a very efficient way to try out new brands and products without creating a shit ton of waste. Well, then they added in the different tiered boxes, obviously to keep up with Boxycharm. I get it, but I think the same views and thoughts go towards Ipsy as they do with Boxycharm when it comes to the different tiered subscription levels. FabFitFun is another one that I actually really enjoyed. However, unless you pay for your yearly subscription like upfront, like one lump sum, you do kind of get screwed out of what you get in the box. When I transitioned from paying every 3 months, or I don't remember exactly how often per year FabFitFun comes out. I think it's like every 3 months or every 4 months or something like that. I think it's 4 boxes a year. It goes with the seasons or whatever. I noticed that when I got my first box, I got to choose a few of the options that came in it. But when I paid for the whole year up front, I had a lot more control of what I got in the box. I would say out of Ipsy, Boxycharm, and FabFitFun, my favorite overall would be FabFitFun. If you pay for your full year up front, I liked the frequency at which the boxes were distributed, and I like that there was like lifestyle, home, kind of gadgety type things in there mixed with makeup and skincare. You even had like accessories and stuff like that, like rings and hair pieces and stuff like that, and I think that that's really cool. It gives you a good mix, and if you can have control over what's really being put in that box on top of what they kind of surprise you with, you're getting a good mix of product that you're actually going to use. So out of the 3 of those, I would probably choose FabFitFun. Now let's talk about TryBeauty box just very quickly. They're still around, which I had no clue. I was actually on their PR list for a very short period of time. When they were first launching, they reached out to me. I had actually had conversations with the owner, and I actually kind of had a bad taste. Loved the owner and their team. They were super sweet and kind, but the bad taste was that I was actually getting products that were expired, and I did reach out to the team about that. I only featured the box on my channel a few times. After that happened, I was kind of turned off by the whole thing, and I feel like after that, I kind of got removed from their PR list. Maybe, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy there. People get removed off of PR lists and shit all of the time. So I'm not saying that, but I wasn't totally impressed with the box, didn't love the brand selections. And again, I wish there was just a little bit more quality control going on when it came to the products that were going into the box. Now we have Allure Beauty box. I don't know if Sephora still has Sephora Play. I tried to look it up. I don't know why I couldn't find anything on it. I don't know if it was just my internet or what. I know that Allure Allure is still alive and kicking. I don't know about Sephora Play. Sephora Play to me was probably the biggest dud out of all of the boxes that I've tried personally. Wasn't a huge fan. I would get stuff that was sample size, mainly like perfumes or like setting mists, and they would be like broken and spilled all in the box. So when I would open it, if it was a perfume, everything in the box would smell like said perfume, and there would just be shit just broken and all over the box. Didn't totally love Sephora Play. Got rid of that one very quickly. Allure was all right. I think that they sent out some pretty good products, but I think as things were picking up with Boxycharm and Ipsy, I kind of just let Allure Beauty box go. I have heard though recently from some creators, or I shouldn't say I've heard, from some unboxings that I've seen that Allure has kind of picked their game up a bit. So I don't know, maybe it's good again. All in all, I have to say I personally don't have any interest in rejoining really any subscription boxes at this point. I think I am just so done with Boxycharm. Have you guys checked out their Instagram page recently? They share some wild beauty tips, and I saw one that was actually quite ridiculous. This girl like put tape in her mouth and like stretched it this way and like taped it up here, and she was using it as a way to get like a super snatched contour. It was the weirdest thing. I'm thinking, why would you, first of all, how uncomfortable, and who wants to taste tape in their mouth? That's freaking disgusting. And talk about messing up your foundation underneath your makeup. I'm not going to go on a huge rant about this, but hard pass. I've seen some other weird tips and tricks and weird shit that they've been sharing to their page. I don't know. I know that the content game is like getting crazy and creators are becoming even more skilled at content. Influencers are getting super skilled at content. And so you got to kind of tap into different things. They can't just share stock photos of their box every month and run an Instagram page. I totally get it. They got to keep up with it. But stuff like that to me is just so weird to see. Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And leave video ideas down below too, because I have creator's block. I love you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.